Now let's dive deep into this big LGBTQ story for today. I'm Vaughn Biggs, and let's queer up health. When the government hangs up on LGBTQ plus youth, we must answer. As Pride Month comes to a close, the LGBTQ community is left not with celebration, but with heartbreak. In a quiet yet devastating move, the federal government has eliminated the Press 3 option from the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline, an option that once connected LGBTQ plus youth with affirming, life-saving support. Harold Phillips, Deputy Director of the Programs at NMAC, didn't mince words in his emotional reflection published on June 30th. Quote, "This month, the federal government quietly ended a lifeline for LGBTQ plus youth, literally," end quote. The Press 3 feature wasn't just a number. It was a beacon of hope for queer youth navigating isolation, fear, and mental health crisis. It was evidence-based, bipartisan-supported, and life-affirming. And now, it's gone. Phillips, who courageously shared his own story of suicidal ideation at age 11, underscored the gravity of this loss by quoting, "I cried for the ones who found the courage to dial 3 numbers and press 3 for help. For hope, I cried for the ones who didn't," end quote. His story is a chilling reminder of what's at stake. As a child, he had a plan to end his life until one trusted adult told him he was loved and that his life had meaning. The moment changed everything. He recounted his experiences saying, quote, "He helped me understand that while life wouldn't always be easy, it would be worth it," end quote. Now Phillips fears that today's LGBTQ youth may not find the same lifeline, he said. Quote, "The government has made their world feel even smaller, colder," end quote. The Trevor Project and other organizations have long filled the gaps left by public institutions, but this decision sends a chilling message that queer youth are not a priority, that their lives are negotiable. As Philip writes, quote, "If our institutions won't protect queer youth, we must. We must speak up, show up, and be the lifelines they deserve," end quote. The Pride Month may be ending, but the fight for LGBTQ youth is far from over. The community and its allies must now answer the call that the government has chosen to ignore. Because, as Phillips reminds us, quote, "Every young person deserves to grow up imagining their future, not planning their exit," end quote. You know, we've reported on LGBTQ youth many, many times at this table. I mean, from the Trevor Project reports, and it's just so important and such a critical need. And now it's going to be time more for all of our nonprofit organizations, the smaller ones, to be there and to be a resource for our youth, because they're going to have a place to share their voice. I know, Mr. Phillips from NMAC, since I'm involved with the organization as well, part of the 50-plus community. And, to hear his story and the way he did it on LinkedIn. He published an email. NMAC sent out a national email. And the people that I've talked to from Next Gen, which is their youth-oriented program of NMAC, they're really hoping this story gets out. So I'm happy to share that tonight.
And it was brave of him to share that, for sure. And there just seems to be no limit to the hateful actions of this unfit administration. Nothing surprises me anymore.
It's petty, it's cruel. I think it should be prosecuted by the next administration. One thing I do want to point out, the Trevor Project is a group that really does actually directly help our community specifically. So often you hear about LGBTQ nonprofits and you don't know where the money's going. The Trevor Project is a group that does direct help for our community. So if you're watching right now, if you got $5, $100, $1 million in your pocket, go give it to the Trevor Project tonight. All right, they need it.
Right. Well, that is a big LGBTQ story for today. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by subscribing and sharing Queer News Tonight.